What's up? This is Good Food, and you're rocking with Always Doing Damage.
So first and foremost, how are you?
Pretty good. Happy to be here.
Let's speak about your name.
Okay.
That is, well, first and foremost, where did the acronym for Good Food come from?
I made it up.
Okay, makes sense. But like where, because alright, so guiding our own dreams and finding out our destination.
Right.
That's very deep.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Originally it was an AOL screen name. Yeah. Good Food Jose, and that was my AIM screen name. And
Yours was way better than mine.
yeah, I know, right?
You don't even know
It
mine!
probably had numbers.
It did. Mine was Lemon Sweetie 17.
I don't know. I've been pretty good with acronyms though, so I have no idea how it just came about, but just playing with the letters and the words, and yeah. But the origin originally was the AIM screen, but it wasn't an acronym until like afterwards.
Really?
Yeah.
So okay, so so if it wasn't an acronym, where did music start for you? So where did Good Food kind of inspire Good Food, the producer, the music maker?
I didn't really think about it that way, like food and music, until like later on. It kind of just came to me, and then from there I kind of just went about it.
Yeah.
You know. But music didn't really start until seriously until I was 18, and I didn't even have a name at that time yet. Like I didn't know I was gonna call myself Good Food or anything like that. And it's weird because most people, I feel like most producers and stuff like that, they somebody else gives them their name.
You think so?
Yeah, for the most part. I knew this one guy who was people tell me parlays, oh yeah, I was in the studio with such and such, and it's he called me this or something.
That's true.
You know.
So, alright, let's go back to your love of acronyms. Because if you go through your music catalog, you have maybe at least 2 or 3 that are all acronyms. Like, for example, Menu.
Yeah.
Which was your first, I guess, official?
Nah, Crumbs was.
Crumbs, yes.
Yeah.
So, that was your first official conceptual project?
You can say that, yeah.
Yeah. It's very interesting to hear Crumbs next to Menu, next to B-Tape and Kid Dynamite. When you did Crumbs, obviously it's all food related beats. Where did that come from?
The name itself?
No, well, where did the idea come from? Straight off your name?
No. Originally I was gonna call it Heartbeats. But then I was walking home from this Action Bronson show, and I was walking, and then Crumbs Bake Shop was right there, and I was just and then I was Crumbs, and I was just Crumbs, and it kind of just hit me right there, and I was creating raw underground music by sounds, and I was that was it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was literally all within this the 20 minutes after the show I was walking, and I saw the name, I was that's cool. I was just yeah, and on the ride home I was just thinking about it. I was yeah, that's what I'm gonna call it. I just scratched the first name, and I just and I went with.
You have that quintessential 90s work sound. You put a nice polish on everything, but it still has that lush dust that you get from sampling. And I know that you've definitely evolved, especially on your newest tape. But where do you think your sound comes from? Are you drawing from an inspiration? Because it's still very unique, but still akin to that East Coast ear. So where did you find that kind of balance?
Just listening to so much music, and just studying for the most part. I always felt music like that would just be timeless, and that's what I kind of just felt more comfortable doing also, as far as just beats. But as I always try to experiment, but just stay to myself also, true to my sound. And that's also the era that I grew up in also, I'm definitely inspired by the 90s music.
With Bloodsport, because obviously what I can peg you as, I don't want to peg you, but you sample vocals.
Yeah.
And I guess, conversations really, really well. Like Kid Dynamite cracked me up. 'Cause it's like, it's all inspired by Mike Tyson.
Right.
So every track is either led by him or ended by him.
Right. And then all the names of the tracks were people he knocked out.
Yeah, which was like really, really, really funny. But it's like really nice to listen to, and you probably don't associate like nice with Mike Tyson's voice. But
Right.
Cool. So, what was Bloodsport? 'Cause Bloodsport definitely is different for you.
When I did Kid Dynamite, I did that just because I was a fan of Mike. But then, like, when I like me and my like illustrator, we were just throwing back and forth ideas, like, you know, for something else. And he had like the idea with like the 2 fingers and like, you know, that. And I forget what I was gonna call it, but like once he sent me like the finished product, I was like, the name Bloodsport just came about. And then from there, I was like, well, it kind of like makes sense going from like Kid Dynamite with Mike Tyson, which is like this ferocious fighter and stuff, and to the movie with like this like Jean-Claude Van Damme doing like this like to the death fighting type of thing. So then like I have like another one coming out, so it's like kind of like a little trilogy. But I didn't know I was gonna do that. It kind of just came about.
Not always the easiest thing, but what are you finding right now is like the biggest obstacle? Because I know one thing about beats is it's taken on its own form. It's probably more, you know, closer to what classical music is, where it's a movement and you're feeling the movement as if it were words. So a lot of pressure. There's a lot of people making music,
Right.
and it's hard to find a sound that is personal and unique to you. And I think a lot of people are talking about that or having opinions about that. But are you finding that to be an obstacle?
Like finding your own sound.
Yeah.
I feel like when it comes to like finding your own sound, like you have to like express your own personality. Well, that comes with anything like when creating. And that's what I like try to do the most with me, at least, like, you know, express my personality, like, you know, towards my beats.
Yeah.
You know, because whatever I listen to, like, somebody else is like, you know, not gonna hear the same thing, but this is what like I like kind of like correlate to, find like some kind of like meaning to it.
Yeah.
You know.
Are you finding like any obstacle or something that's really just like making it rough?
I wouldn't say. Well, the most I can say is because, like you said, a lot of people are making music, and a lot of people, you know, make beats like more so than ever. So, I feel like maybe like something a little bit more conceptual, because I don't just like throwing out beat tapes.
Yeah.
I don't just like throwing out like a random beat tape, even though I have and stuff, but I've like taken it down and stuff. But like when I'm gonna do something, I wanted to have like this sort of idea behind it always, you know. Whether it's like, only that I get it, but you know, sometimes it comes back and people are actually aware of it, and it makes me feel good.
Yeah.
But that might be like the only obstacle like I would like have to like, you know, but it usually just always comes to me some way somehow.
Where do you see yourself in terms of music? Like, what do you want to kind of grow into or do?
I mean, from when I first started, I kind of just already like surpassed everything I thought I was gonna be doing.
Really?
Yeah. So like now I'm just like I don't even think about it, you know, and it's just going good.
Yeah.
But I still see myself like, you know, just creating music, you know, until I'm done, you know.
What do you want people to like feel when they listen to your music?
Just the energy that I put into it, you know, like feel like what I feel when I make it, you know. But